So within this lesson and this section, I want to access JSON files, so actual real JSON files. Instead of putting it in as JavaScript objects, we want to get access to a JSON file, so maybe something that's sitting outside of that script.js, and we will pull in that data and use it within our output area, as we've done before with the objects. So when I flip over to this formatter, or when I'm creating my JSON file, I can see that it's not exactly output the same way. So I don't have variable equals, and I'm not putting it within an object. So this is one of the things that you've got to create from that external file. And as indicated before, all of these JSON files, they're independent of what scripting language is accessing them, and it's up to the scripting language to be able to parse through and format it in a readable format. So as we're not necessarily setting variable equals and then getting all of this content, we need to do a little bit more work. So I'm going to use my example over here, and we see that this is a JSON representation of that data, and we saw that previously we could just do set a variable, we use jcontent equals and use that. So what I've done is I've created a brand new file, and so this is going to simulate an external file, and then we're also going to work further with using the information from a JSON file. So to start out with, create a brand new .json file. And this is going to be the actual file that we're going to be accessing within our JavaScript. And right now, all it is, that same data that we were looking at before, and it's just sitting on there. So maybe I'm going to make some quick updates, and I'm going to make them 125 years old. This is that user information, and we're also going to work in with more complex JSON files as we progress through this course. So over here, I've stripped out all that JavaScript, and I've just simply got that output, and right now it's just outputting to nothing. So what we need to do now is set up an actual call over to that JSON file and access it, pull all of this information into JavaScript. And the way that we do that is through an AJAX call. So AJAX, there's a number of ways to use AJAX. With jQuery, it's a lot more straightforward, but I am going to create it within the standard JavaScript format where we're actually requesting that information and using a standard JavaScript AJAX call. So I'm going to show you how to do that in the upcoming lesson, and we're also going to be talking about how we can parse over that response data in order to be able to read through and utilize it within our JavaScript. So the objective within the next few lessons is to access this external JSON data, pull it in, and use it within our JavaScript. And in order to do that, we're going to have to put a variable, as we did before, to contain all that object information. So I'll show you how to do that in the upcoming lesson.